Mamelodi Sundowns 1 foot into the CAF Champions League final. A professional display by South Africa's 10 times PSL champions. Welcome to the Soccer Huddle. This is your boy Mojere. I know I said professional. I know people were like, I'm Mojere. What are you talking about? Guys, what we saw from Mamelodi Sundowns was a professional display, a professional performance from Bafana Bastard. Look, I'm a Kaizer Chiefs fan, and but I've said this so many times on this platform that before I become a Kaizer Chiefs fan or before I become a club fan, I'm a fan of football, and you can just sit and admire what Mamelodi Sundowns did yesterday. Yes, it wasn't Shushan and piano. It wasn't a clinical Mamelodi Sundowns. It wasn't a lethal chance creation Mamelodi Sundowns, but it was a professional performance by Mamelodi Sundowns. You look at the starting lineup when it came out, you could see what Coach Cardoso had set up. It was a defensive lineup, and he basically told Espérance, cameras with what you have, and we'll see. And I think a masterful performance defensive wise by Mamelodi Sundowns. I think like the tackle from Kekana, tackle of the season. I don't know what like, I don't know, man. You can say whatever. That was a tackle of the season. 1-on-1 with Rowan Williams. He just comes in. He's like, so. I remember this one friend of mine, may his soul continue rest in peace. He would call that tackle what he calls Samtalan Salam you will see, which means it is something that you'll never see again. A beautiful tackle by Kekana. So look, Kobiro and Kekana, for me on the day, they had that, like, Mamelodi Sundowns were trying to play a high line. It almost backfired because both of their centre backs are on a level. But there's one player that I would like to mention that I remember Coach Cardoso was asked about him, or he just spoke about him, and he said he was so disappointed that he's gonna be out on the sidelines for because of injury. I mean, Tapelo Moren. Guys, you can see the importance of that guy in that Mamelodi Sundowns team. Look, he helps defensive wise, he helps offensive wise. He's your all-round player that you can depend on. And I think we saw as well in the last AFCON, not this one, the other one that we went into the semi-finals, how crucial he was to Hugo Bruce's system, how crucial he was to Bafana actually winning games in times. And look, this is also a lesson to Hugo Bruce. Sometimes you don't have to play clean. Sometimes you don't have to play clean. Sometimes you don't have to play Shushan and piano. Sometimes you don't have to play starting from the back, all those 100 and something passes. Sometimes you just have to keep things strong at the box, solid at the back. You just invite your opponents. And what they did, Mamelodi, and what I laughed about them yesterday is, you look at the first half, they invited Espérance. Yes, Espérance could have taken advantage of the chances that they had. I think they hit the hood like 3-4 times by Betapala. And they said, come, let us come. And second half, they said, you know what, guys? I think they're getting tired now. Let's try and go and see if we can get a goal. Let's not lose the game, but let's see if we can go and get a goal. And you look at the goal, man, a beautiful goal that goal was just beautiful from Kekana to Adams, from Adams to Mukwena, and Mukwena, what a beautiful cross. You look at yesterday's goals is what differentiates lethal strikers from your normal strikers. You look at the run that Leon makes. In between the two defenders, the keeper can come. The keeper cannot come. He makes that run in between the two defenders, and he just makes sure that he gets his 8 onto it. He could maybe the defender. No. He just makes sure that he's in the right time, in the right space, at the right time to hit that goal and then give Mamelodi Sundowns an advantage. The performance here, Mamelodi Sundowns, it reminds me of my old our old mentor, Alex Ferguson, in European games. He would do the same thing. When we are away from home, you go, you make sure you don't concede, you make sure you don't lose that game. But if you get a chance to score a goal, score. Then come back home. Score your goal, come back home, and then that's it. The tie is done. So Mamelodi Sundowns are playing on Saturday, 3 o'clock. Is it the derby this weekend as well? Is it the derby this weekend as well? I think it's the derby. If it's the derby, then But anyways, let's continue while I look at. So yeah, like credit has to go. Like me, waiting Nagamutomo, I'm a fair. I'm a fair person, and if someone deserves praise, if someone deserves the credit, I will give it to them. If they deserve criticism, I will give it to them as well. I think Coach Cardozo, 2 finals in 2 seasons, is actually something that we take for granted as South Africa. I think Urlani once said, or sometimes supporters are entitled because they can see the consistency, or they can see how many, or they can see that Sundowns is winning every day, that they take that for granted. They take reaching the final of a CAF Champions League for granted. They take going to the league almost unbeaten for granted. They take winning 10 successive games in a row for granted. They think that thing is normal, and it is not normal. You will only realize when it's not there anymore that we were spoiled. We were spoiled. That's what he basically said. You will only realize that when that thing is gone, that you will say, "Oh yeah, Marana." But as I said, credit to Coach Cardoso and his technical team. I think it takes a lot, especially in Africa, that we haven't been that dominant. Mamelodi Sundowns last won it in 2016, and the last final they went to was last season, and now they're going to their next final. And a lot of, I know, me included as well, were very critical of him. But 2 successful finals in 2 seasons in a CAF Champions League. Come on, guys. Credit, and let me know. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Arnyeke Zaka. We'll follow this story. We'll follow it. We are still here. We're not going. We will follow it until the last day. Yeah. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Arnyeke Zaka fella. Like, and until we meet again, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless with it.